This is one of many videos recorded of cars driving past school buses on Highway 60 in Huntsville. Tina Hayes, her partner, and their two daughters moved to an apartment building in that area about a month ago. She says she was shocked to see what happened one morning.
And I was getting my daughter on the school bus, and the cars just kept going. They did not stop for the school bus at all. And my main concern is what if one of the kids fell, especially in the winter with all the ice. And this is such a busy highway that anybody could get hurt. I've called the police station. They're never out here. The one time that they were out here, the police officer just sat there with another police officer in his car chit-chatting. So I've done what I can. I've called the school board. They just said, yes, it is an issue. They have talked to the police, but no one seems to be putting a stop to it.
We reached out to Huntsville OPP Constable Linda Cranny and asked if there is any truth to Hayes' claims.
So the one thing that you do have to remember is when the bus is stopping and the lights are on, they don't have to stop until the arm is out. So I'm not really sure what the actual complaint is. I'd have to actually look that up myself. But if the bus lights are on, it is a warning to say that they are going to be stopping. Once the bus is stopped and the arm is out, that's when people have to stop. So whether the officers are seeing that that's taking place and they're letting them go through, of course I'm not there, so I can't really speak to that, what's happening at that point.
Having said that, Cranny does say this isn't a new issue. She says over the years they've had many complaints about people going through the bus lights.
The important thing to remember is that if it's 4 lanes and there's no barrier, so that's a hard barrier, whether it's the grass or the cement barrier. If there is no barrier, you have to stop. If there's a barrier there, then by all means you do not have to stop on the ongoing way. But if you're approaching the bus from behind, at all times you have to stop. This is a substantial big fine for people who are getting fined for going through the bus lights. It's $490 for the first offense, along with 6 demerit points. So every time the officers write these tickets for the school buses, there is a probability that it's going to be going to court because that's substantially big for their licenses and insurance. So we do encourage people to call it in, but to make sure that they know they will be going the distance and probably being a witness in court. So they will have to make sure that they have really good visuals on what they saw and be willing to attend court with us to make sure that those offenses are carried through.
Although this is the end of the school year, Cranny says the buses are still running and residents need to follow the rules until the last day of school. For Hayes, she is urging residents to keep one thing in mind.
Just have some consideration. What if that was your kids or your niece and nephew or your grandkids getting on that bus and nobody stopped for their safety?